back to my YouTube channel. Okay, why am I clapping? Hi, my name is Ozioma Paul. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm happy to have you as well. My name is Ozioma Paul, like I said, and I film about my life. Lifestyle, faith, career, relationships, literally about anything that I encounter and I think I want to share as I journey through life. You're welcome. So I started this channel in 2018, but for some reason I absconded. Okay, it wasn't abscond. I just had so many other things going on and it was hard to keep up, but I am back now. And my last video was a reintroduction video in quotes, but this is the actual proper reintroduction because I said in that one that I was going to do a get to know me tag, and I hope that at the end of this video you get to know me a bit more. Yeah, so let's delve right into it. Okay, so how I got these questions, I asked on my WhatsApp status if people had questions that they wanted to ask me. A few people did ask, but not so many people. So bulk of these questions actually I got off of the internet. So yeah, let's go straight into it. Number one, are you named after anyone? Short answer, no. My full names are Ozioma Namaka Paul, and they are not after anybody, not that I know of. Do you have kids? If you do, how many? If you don't, how many would you like to have in future? I don't have kids, not that I know of. When I was younger, I really wanted to have a lot of children. I wanted to have like 12 children. Like I used to say that I actually I'm a people's person. I'm a people person, so I like to have a lot of energy and people around me. So that influenced my decision to want to have a lot of children. But growing up, I don't think that I want that anymore. And again, it's not going to be dependent on me. It's going to be dependent on my decision of me and my future husband, and also what God will have us do. So if that makes any sense. You guys can tell I'm nervous. I'm really nervous and I don't know why. I'm the only one in the house. I have no reason to be nervous and I'm still nervous. God help me. Okay, next question. What's the first thing you notice about people? I think the first thing I notice about people is not physical. It's their vibe, their energy. I know that sounds somehow, but I think we're all spirits. All of us were working spirits with experiencing humanity. So I kind of have the mindset that this body is just a container. So I don't pay a lot of attention to that when I see people. Of course, if you smell nice and I notice, if you're looking very pretty, I'll notice. But when I see you first, I'm paying attention to your body language, your vibe, your energy. Yeah, so that's the first thing I notice about people. Okay, so my computer is right behind and that's where I'm reading from. So next question, what's your favorite color? Blue. Yeah, because that's what I used to say since I was a child, but it's not really blue anymore. I love so many colors. I don't have a favorite anymore. I love purple, I love pink. It just depends on my mood and what I want to use the color for. So yeah. What's your favorite city? Fam, if you asked me this question a few years ago, I would have said Lagos. Well, no, I don't think so. Lagos is super stressful. I don't like it at all because it stresses me a lot. But I like Lagos because for me, Lagos is home. Lagos is where my family is based. Lagos is where a lot of my friends are as well. For me, Lagos is home. I also love the energy of the city, but I don't like that it's very stressful. So maybe Abuja. But when I was in Abuja, I was bored. So I guess it will be between Lagos and Abuja. Again, I've not lived in so many cities all my life. So I can go to another city now and love it more than Lagos and Abuja. So yes. Do you speak different languages? Yes, I do speak 3 languages. I speak English, Yoruba, and Igbo in that order. I'm originally Igbo, but I speak more Yoruba because I speak more to Yoruba people, if that makes sense. In my home, we speak more English than Igbo. Actually, it's about 50%. Right, but I do not have a lot of Igbo friends. I speak Yoruba more often. So if you're an Igbo friend, you want to link up, let's put it in the comment section. Okay, so next question. What inspires you? Life, I guess. Life. The brevity of life. I think a lot about the brevity of life. I think a lot about the fact that death has a finality to it. So I know that I'm a believer, obviously, so that means that means I'm a Christian, but that means that I also believe that after here there's another life. But I know and I'm very aware of the finality of life on this side, right? So I am very, very conscious of life's brevity, and that really inspires me because I'm like, yo, I don't know how many more years I have to live on this earth, or months, God forbid. So I don't know, literally. So it pushes me. But my family also inspires me. My parents, both of my parents, gosh, my dad especially drives me. Like, I feel like they believe in me so much more than I believe in myself. My friends also inspire me, my family, my friends, and ultimately God. The fact is, like, I feel like in my life, God makes a lot of doors to open for me. And I think about it like this: if God has given me an opportunity to work at this place or to study in this school, then that's knowledge of that drives me and inspires me, if that makes sense. I hope that it makes sense. Okay, where did you grow up? I already said it. I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, in Las Gidi. What do you love the most about yourself? Guys, if you asked me this question a few years ago, I'll tell you, my eyes. And that's just because, listen, a few years ago, some guy liked me when I was doing my NYSC, and he said it was because of my eyes. So if you asked me, I would just say my eyes, because apparently I wanted to see whatever he was saying. But why am I whispering? I'm the only one here. But anyways, I think I love my eyes, but I don't think I'm very, my eyes are so gorgeous, oh my god. No, I think I'm okay. I think what I love the most about myself actually is more of my personality than it is about how I look. Even though I know I'm a spec, I'm a beauty, but I think that what I love and appreciate the more about myself is my personality. Something really weird happened yesterday. I recently finished working as a teaching assistant for the orientation program of my school this year, where I did my master's degree. And yesterday I went for my second dose of vaccination. I was seated in the midst of like so many people, maybe like 500 of us, in rows and columns waiting for my turn. And someone comes to tap me. Listen, guys, I was wearing my masks. I was wearing like a big sweatshirt and like what do you call this in slacks, like gym pants. And I was sitting, and someone comes and taps me and is like, hey, are you your mom? Like, yeah. And it's like, oh, my name is XXX from class of 2023. And it was so confusing because I feel like I was more of a teaching administrator arranging the modules, since it was virtual, than of a teacher. Do you get? Like, even the times that I was in the Zoom lecture rooms, I think my video was on maybe 20% of the whole time. And how can you tell someone's eye from that far off? I was very impressed, very, very impressed, I would say. And I thought it was interesting. So people say that they like my eyes. Well, me, I like my personality. What are your hobbies? I like to cook. Oh my gosh, I love to cook for people that I love to eat, which includes myself. So literally, I'm a foodie. I also love to sew. I haven't sewn in a very long time, but I used to make dresses. I used to have a sewing machine in my room, and I do miss it, and I'm looking forward to getting that again. What else do I like to do? I love to walk, like take walks, really long walks, 2 hours, 3 hours, just walking, worshiping, listening to whatever it is I'm listening to. What else do I like to do? I don't know. I just like to have fun. Looking for one other question I've not answered. Okay, so a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, actually sent this question. What has been the highlight of your life so far? What's one season that you think about and you are still genuinely very grateful for? You guys, without even thinking about it, definitely this past 2 years. So if you don't know my story, in the last 2 years, I've been doing I just finished my graduate study here in Kigali, Rwanda. I studied at Carnegie University, Africa. Please check out my previous video to see a tour of my empty campus. And honestly, like, my story this past 2 years has been similar to the story of Abraham, when God called Abraham and said, come out of your father's house. Literally, that's my story. And that's what's happened to me. I literally coming out of my father's house, Nigeria, everything that I was familiar with, and going to an uncharted, territory. And I think that it's helped me so much, because similar to the story of Abraham, was until he stepped out that he started to experience some blessings that God had reserved for him. But I'm not even talking about in terms of like my career, even though it's part of it. I'm talking about like the growth that I've experienced as a person and in my relationship with God. Gosh, it's like something that's never happened to me in my whole life, and I'm so thankful for this season. Yeah, I'm so thankful for this season. I'm trying to see if there's any question that I've not answered. Oh, when last did you cry? It was definitely someone that was very to ask this question. I cry a lot, but it's not a bad thing at all. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm stressed, I cry when I'm hungry, I'm too tired to get food. I just cry. Crying is how I express myself. But the last time I cried would be 2 nights ago when I was praying. So I am a part of this group called YPs in Mission, where we pray for missionaries and countries and nations every day. And on 2 nights ago, I led the prayer on Zoom, and we were praying, and towards the end we were praying about Nigeria, Afghanistan, and persecuted Christians, and I was so emotional I started crying. I thank God it was towards the end of the video of the call, because I was so emotional. And after the call, I spent some more time just crying, myself. It's how I unburden to God, if that makes sense. So yeah. What other question have I not answered? Okay, what are your life goals? In summary, my life goals, in very simple terms, is to die empty. I feel like there's so much that God has put in us, and I want to be able to die pouring out all of that on this earth, whatever form that is in. So whether it's in my career, I want to be able to pour out everything that I know whether it's in my relationship. I want to be able to pour out everything that I know. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys. So like I was saying, I hope that I'm able to pour out my life, and that's literally my life goal, to be able to know God and to make him known, but also in my career and in every other thing. So that's the end goal, if that makes sense. To die empty, literally everything that I have, whether pouring it out through mentorship, through discipleship, through my career, through books, whatever it is, that's just my goal, to die empty. And then finally, this person says, what weird random facts do you have? I'll probably just share 3 and then we'll wrap up with that. So one of it would be, I spend an incredibly short amount of time in the bathroom. Like, I don't even understand what people do in the bathroom for like 1 hour. I'm like, do you people finish and they sit and start preaching? What are people doing there? It fascinates me every time I think about it. And then the second thing that I would say is, another random fact about me is I talk too much to myself. Like, I talk a lot to myself. Like, I can be in a room with myself alone and I'm literally having a board meeting because I think out loud, and that's how I process things. And then the final random fact would be, I don't know. I like food, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's the end of this get to know me video, and I hope that you get to know me more through this and feel some kind of connection. My next video would be a story time about a time when someone ghosted me. You guys, that'll be my next story, and how God used me to teach me about offense and forgiveness. And I hope that that will bless you as well. I'm saying this so that you can subscribe and anticipate and put on the bell button so that you can get notifications as well. So thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to catching you the next time. Bye.